Chapter 10. Owner. Owning a shop takes a lot out of a person, Clara says to the woman new in town and renting from her uncle across town. The woman wants to know what it is like to run a store in this town, as she is considering opening one over her way. When you are the one in charge of others, you have the power to feed or starve someone in a way, she laughs. At times, you must be the last one to leave and the first one there to open shop. You can't look down on your customers, she whispers as she sees a man headed their way into the shop. Here comes Mr. Wagner now. She uses her customer-friendly voice now. Good morning, Mr. Wagner. How can I help you today? No, we don't carry that item. This is a convenience store. Okay, yes, sorry about that, Mr. Wagner. We'll try to better assist you with something else, shall we? No? Okay, say hello to the family. The homeless population has grown in the last 5 years. Quite noticeably, if you ask me, says Mr. Wagner. He owns 3 different homes in the town. He rents 2 of them out, but only to the elite who are new to town. Yes, Mr. Wagner, we'll make sure to keep everything locked up. Thank you. We shop owners will need to close ranks and make sure our community keeps the high level of cleanliness and respectability that we have had since the establishment of this town. My relatives have been governors or mayors or in offices of some kind for over 50 years. We keep things here running the way they should, the way things ought to be run. And I'm proud to carry that blood in my veins. The woman gives a blank stare, but nods in agreement, her blonde hair falling to her cheeks. I, personally, have never once welcomed change to the town. We have the odd character, as all towns do, but no one to upset the delicate balance of propriety any civilized town should have. We boast a handful of grand estates from the 18th century as well, if no one has mentioned it to you yet. We have solid citizens that make solid neighbors in solid and almost picture-perfect neighborhoods. The woman remains quiet but skeptical. We silently screen folks that are interested in moving into town to my delight. I'm so glad that almost everyone looks and acts the same. Even our local music store specializes in every sort of classical genre there is. Some may say it's too highbrow for the commoner, but I feel we have none of that here. We have an above-average community, well-educated and well-meaning on all levels. Curfews are instilled in our young and rules are enforced by the collection of loving and concerned parents in our lovely community. Pigtails and freckles alike join in the festivities of our biannual town fairs, and the turnout is phenomenal. We are proud and honored to be in such a well-rounded and healthy community. We trust each other and will stick by each other for the betterment and general good of all concerned in any matter. Who could possibly ask for anything more? The woman rolls her green eyes and looks away, shocked. I want what is best for this town. Our police sergeant and officers are well up to speed on the comings and goings of everyone who simply does not belong. We all look out for each other. We love each other. There is a genuine, heartfelt, and deep-seated concern and love for each and every member of this community. That's why we all wish to God that this bum would pack up his trash heap and get the HE double hockey sticks out of here. I fed him once. Okay, 4 different times. But as usual, it's enough to keep the monkey on your back. Don't feed the animals, the sign says at any zoo. What do? I fed the animal. She laughs quietly at her own pun. The bum she was speaking of was right outside her shop. Only an animal would stand to live in such squalor. Even animals are able to clean themselves. How could anyone let themselves get to the point where bathing is an option and not one that would have months go by? May I use your bathroom? The owner mockingly says. Of course you would want to use the bathroom. Lord knows what you could possibly accomplish with a tiny itsy-bitsy sink like the one I had installed here last year. But no, you may absolutely not use my bathroom, I says to him. Or any other part of my property, I says. Hand held to her mouth as the shop owner turns her head in the direction of the woman's ear, standing 3 feet away from her, back turned, You disgusting beast. Why, the day I let you in here will be the day all spinning stops on this earth and we all dissolve into goo. Now get your rotten flesh out of my sight, and if I see you around here again, I'll send for the police and end your days of loitering with a swift trip to prison. Crime defiling our beautiful town with the plague that is yourself, the owner whispers. I should say that to this guy, but I'm way too polite and kind-hearted to say anything, and I'm actually thinking it ever. Disgusting filth of a person. The woman looks at the owner as if she were unraveling before her eyes. The woman's eyes well up with tears as she slowly looked behind her, fearful that the man outside may hear the cruel words coming from the shop owner. Excuse me? The woman says loudly. The owner continues, hissing the Spitfire rant. I know, right? What literal right do you have to even be here? To even be alive, for that matter? Sickening. My cameras will show if any of my workers even so much as look at you for too long. Mark my words, ma'am, don't let them near your shop, not once. The woman burst through the exit doors, leaving the owner alone, staring after her. 3 unraveling pieces of string rise up in the flurry of her wake.